Ready to take your home entertainment experience to the next level? Join us as we explore the top 5 best soundbars of 2024. These powerful sound systems offer immersive audio, crystal clear dialogue, and deep, rich bass, all in a sleek and compact design. We'll compare features like sound quality, surround sound capabilities, connectivity options, and design to help you find the perfect soundbar to complement your TV and elevate your movie nights and gaming sessions. Let's dive into the world of cinematic sound. Number 5. Sonos Arc. Soundbars for TV aren't new territory for Sonos, but the former What Hi-Fi. Award-winning Arc is the only soundbar from the brand to deliver Dolby Atmos with up-firing speakers. It sits above the Beam Gen 2 in terms of pricing and is suited to 55-inch TVs and above, with optional wall mounting fixings available for £79/$79.99 Australian dollars. There are touch-sensitive play/pause and volume controls on the bar with LEDs that indicate status and when you're talking to the built-in Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. Connectivity includes AirPlay 2, Ethernet and eARC for Dolby Atmos from compatible TVs. The Sonos Arc uses 11 drivers to create your sound field, several of which are up-firing and angled into your room to bounce sound off your walls and ceiling. It's so much more than just pointing a couple of speakers upwards, said Sonos's product manager Scott Fink when the Arc launched. We focused on the playback precision of all the channels, including the height channels. And that effort certainly paid off. The Arc offers one of the most convincing Atmos performances you can get from a single chassis soundbar. Height junkies can turn up the volume of the Arc's upward-firing drivers using a separate control, but during our testing we don't find it necessary to overly boost the up-firing channels to enjoy the Arc's immersive delivery. You're transported to the heart of the action. Surround effects are expertly placed, and there's great dynamism and good weight to the sound too. Tonally, it's nicely balanced if you just want to listen to music, although it could sound a tiny bit more direct. But make no mistake, this is a hugely impressive TV soundbar for the money. Number 4. Sonos Beam Gen 2. While it's undeniably diminutive in stature, everything else about the Beam Gen 2 is deeply impressive. Sonos essentially took its original Beam and added genuinely convincing Dolby Atmos without changing the overall design or adding dedicated upward-firing drivers. It's all done through clever processing. The Beam Gen 2 uses psychoacoustic HRTF, head-related transfer function, technology to deliver a sense of height using 2 of the unit's 5 front-facing drivers. The effect, while not quite as immersive as that offered by soundbars with dedicated up-firing speakers, is still very impressive, particularly considering the size and price of the Beam. All told, it provides an enveloping presentation that's rich, three-dimensional and full of detail. During testing, we paired the Beam Gen 2 with TVs ranging from 43 inches to 65 inches in size, and in each case found that it enhanced the cinematic scale and viewing experience. So don't discount this little soundbar if you've got a big TV. Of course, with this being a Sonos soundbar, movie and TV sound is only one of its features. On top of that, you can use it as a full Sonos wireless speaker and even integrate it into a Sonos multi-room system. Control can be done via the Sonos S2 app, or you can simply send music to the bar using AirPlay 2, Spotify Connect or Tidal Connect. It even now supports high-res 24-bit/48 kHz Ultra HD tracks from Amazon Music. To cut a long story short, if you want a small, affordable soundbar that can deliver convincing Dolby Atmos, the Sonos Beam Gen 2 is the bar for you. Number 3. Sony HT-S2000. The HT-S2000 is a soundbar that's centered on improving the sound that comes from your TV while keeping the cost as low as possible. There are few frills to find with this bar, with Sony opting for a straightforward design and feature set, but we think it's nailed it. The S2000 is a fairly small unit, measuring just 6.4 by 80 by 12 centimeters. It features Bluetooth 5.2 and HDMI eARC, something comparable bars such as the Sonos Ray do not offer. It also offers an optical audio connection, in case your TV lacks eARC capabilities. The S2000 uses a 3.1-channel arrangement with a built-in subwoofer and a total power output of 250 W. There are no upfiring drivers, which means that the height channels for the supported spatial audio formats, Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, are achieved through Sony's vertical sound engine psychoacoustic sound processing system. If you want to improve the audio of your favorite shows and movies at a price that won't put you off, then the Sony is worthy of attention. It provides clearer, more dynamic and more direct sound than your TV will be capable of mustering. Sure, you can spend more on meatier-sounding soundbars, but at this price, the S2000 offers plenty of quality. Number 2. Sony HT-S100F. If you're looking for a simple, constructive step-up in sound from your TV's inbuilt speakers, Sony's HT-SF150, known as the HT-S100F in the US, offers a significant sonic enhancement for little outlay. Indeed, there's almost no other competition worth considering for under £100/$100/200 Australian dollars. While the SF150 is very affordable indeed, it doesn't look or feel cheap, and it won't look out of place nestled between a much more premium TV. Alongside HDMI ARC, it has an optical input supporting Dolby Digital, Dolby Dual Mono and LPCM2CH. There's also a USB port and Bluetooth 4.2 connectivity for music playback from an external source too. The SF150 also features Sony's S-Force front surround technology, which applies processing to give the acoustic impression of a more encompassing sound stage. While there is no replacement for surround sound, it adds a dramatic sense of weight and separation. Of course, you're not going to get sonic perfection for this sort of money, and the SF150's delivery of dialogue can be a smidge muffled at times. A little more impact to effects would be welcome, too. Still, the broad strokes approach to sound taken here is probably a sensible one that means the bar gets the basics right and never offends. Anyone wanting a musical, finely detailed speaker should aim for a more sophisticated model. Still, this budget bar is ideal for those looking for a quick and easy improvement to their TV. Number 1. Sonos Arc Ultra. The Arc Ultra looks very similar to its predecessor, but it's slightly less thick, which means it's even less likely to obstruct the bottom of your TV's image, and the new ledge, which houses most of the touch controls, is a stylish new touch. As has always been the case with Sonos soundbars, simplicity is key. There's no remote or display, you just connect it to your TV via HDMI eARC and it takes over from your TV's speakers. For many people, that's ideal, but for others, the Arc Ultra will seem limited, particularly in its lack of dedicated HDMI inputs. The lack of DTS-X support will bother some people, too, and it's fair to say that the Sonos app, while better than it has been, is still a little bit buggy. Those flaws are worth overlooking if you're able to, though, because the sound quality is superb. The delivery is so crisp, clean and precise that it makes the original Arc sound a bit vague in comparison. It's also vastly superior in terms of how much it fills the room and how accurately it places and tracks effects in three-dimensional space. A soundbar system that includes wireless surrounds and a sub, such as the Samsung HW-Q990C, will be even better in this regard, but the Atmos effect that the Arc Ultra delivers is deeply impressive by the standards of a solo soundbar, and you can always add surrounds and a dedicated subwoofer to the Arc Ultra at a later date if you have the appetite and deep pockets. The Arc Ultra also features a unique sound motion woofer, which is markedly different to a typical speaker driver and which Sonos claims allows the new soundbar to produce double the bass of its predecessor. In truth, the Arc Ultra doesn't sound vastly weightier than the previous model, but its bass is significantly punchier and more tuneful, even when really challenged. This is a real strength of the new soundbar. These core audio qualities make the Arc Ultra almost as well suited to music as it is to movies, which is very well indeed, making this a terrific all-rounder of a soundbar. If you can live with the lack of HDMI inputs, there's no better performance per pound soundbar around. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which soundbar you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.